Hi, I'm gonna do another why I love video on the Breakfast Club, and rewatched it last night, and this movie is great. I love it because it's so funny. It is hilarious, especially Judd Nelson's stuff. He is so funny. He ad-libbed or he improvised a lot of his own stuff, and he was so good. Like, there's a lot of moments in this that were improvised. Some stuff like the line "screws fall out all the time. It's an imperfect world." That was a line by Judd. He came up with that. Um, there was a lot of stuff that kind of happened accidentally in this movie, but they worked in the movie and they were great. Like the scene where they're all sitting in a circle, like talking about light things, like that was ad libbed. FYI, they came up with that on their own. I'm pretty sure they had an outline of what the characters were about, but then like the talk that they were having came from the actors, and yeah, like that. I like that there was real conversation, and it was good, really good. Um, and I love Paul Gleason so much. He played Vernon. He has passed away since this, but I I love Vernon. I mean, I don't love Vernon, but I don't hate Vernon. I think he was just kind of done. He was take taught for 22 years, and the janitor Carl was telling him that he had this illusion what teaching was supposed to be, but it didn't go pan out that way. So he kind of took his frustration out on the kids that he was teaching, and especially uh, Bender. Bender threatened him. He for some reason he was really threatened by Bender. Um, he didn't like him, but he also was kind of threatened by him. Especially because you can see in the scene where he locks Bender in the room and he's threatening to like beat him up or whatever. He's so threatened by this kid, and all Bender is doing is like he don't physically or like damaging anything or hurting anyone. It's just his words. He uses his humor and his sarcasm to get back at the principal, and Vernon is just not. I don't know. It just gets him for some reason, and then this really bothers him. I know because of his lack of respect, but he doesn't respect Bender, so it's kind of he didn't respect the kids. So he is wanting respect, but he's not giving it, and and so I don't know exactly what his problem was with Bender. Out of all the kids in the school, like that was the one kid that he had this huge problem with. Um, but maybe he envied him for some reason. Maybe he thought that Bender was who he would want to have been in high school, where it's kind of like he don't care. For some reason, people like him, they follow him. Um, and Vernon, nobody did that for Vernon, so maybe I don't know if he felt threatened by that. I don't really know Vernon's thing, but I like his line. He said the bulls, you get the horn. I love the horn. I love that line. Genius line. um, and Anthony Michael Hall played Brian the Brain, which I'm like, really? Kind of think of a different name, but yes, and I love Allison. She's I like Claire. I'm not a huge Molly Ringwald fan, and Claire just has always bothered me. I don't like Claire at all. But I like the other characters. I love him the rest of it a lot, and I think it's funny that he plays oh Sheffield playing a greaser. Um, but it's just the characters just work and the actors worked very well together. I know there was tension with Judd and Molly, a lot of tension there between them, but I do like the cast. I mean, I don't like Molly, I don't like Claire, but I don't see anyone else playing that character besides her. So they did pick a good. I mean, I know Molly was John's like muse, and she loved using her in like his movies, but I do think that she fit Claire, and she was great at as playing Claire. I just not a huge fan of either one of them, the first actress or the character, um, but yes, the Breakfast Club is great. My favorite scene of the Breakfast Club, there's two when they're running down all around the halls. I love that scene. It's just stunning. I don't know how that was fun, if that was exhausting, because they might have had to run around a lot to get that scene, but I think it looked like fun. And then they're doing their dancing in the library. It's another one. I love that scene too. um, and I also love that Bender kind of took the bullet for them. Um, and that kind of showed who he was underneath his tough stuff. He was. I mean, he knew that Vernon hated him, so it wouldn't take a lot for Vernon to like kick him out or like do whatever to him. But I love that they get like running down the hall, and it's Andrew's fault that they are in a dead end. But Bender's like, you go back, and I'm going to distract him. And I think that showed the kind of person that Bender was. I feel like he would take a bullet for any one of them. He would the real thing. He would lay his life on the line for people, and I think that showed it in that scene. And he didn't complain. Like when he got out, he snuck out. He did not lay any guilt on Andrew for getting them stuck, and he didn't like make him feel bad for what happened. And I like that. I like that he was just like, I don't know. I just love Bender. I think he was a great character and a great person and hilarious, but also, like I said, I feel like he would have sacrificed himself. And I think that kind of says a lot about him. And yeah. So, Breakfast Club. That's why I love it. So, that is all. Goodbye.